we're testing the LittleLife baby carrier we just got recently. Our little 9-week-old is loving life in this. We previously had lots of other little carriers with our first little one, as you can hear. And they were quite nice, but really quite big, or designed specifically for babies in the city, not really in the outdoors. But this is designed more to be capable around the house, in town, and on little hikes.
Well, we go out that way and take the Chaos Island. Chaos Island is that way.
Okay, we're going up this way then. This way. So the shoulder straps on this are quite comfortable. What they allow is quite a lot of support without feeling uncomfortable. It's quite plush, but minimal, so it's not too fat and large. The shoulder strap that goes along is adjustable up and down and keeps it held between the shoulder blades. Alternatively, this can be worn on the back as well, like a rucksack, so it does a similar job. It's quite plush in its design. It's got quite a nice shape to it and multiple adjustments. So at the moment it's set for newborn, but can be set for slightly bigger babies as they start to get there into toddling stage. Zips adjust and keep it nice and tight and taut where need be. So the straps are pretty robust. They clip on pretty well here just to secure the mid on a quick release sort of design. They pop on quite nicely and they can be adjusted to make it as snug or as loose as you want it to be. It's quite a comfortable design. Holds the baby really nicely and it's really comfortable on my shoulders and my back. It can be put round the opposite way, so carried as a rucksack, probably when they get a little bit older rather than when they are an infant. My only real complaints about it are the straps up here have very little cushioning they could do with something to wrap them a little bit, just to make sure they don't rub on baby's face or head. We put a hood on just to make sure that doesn't happen, but baby's head tends to slouch towards the strap either on the left or right when they're facing that way, and it can rub just a little bit. But other than that, it's really quite secure. It feels really comfortable. Baby tends to sleep all the time when he's in there. So one of the things I really like about this carrier is this little extra bit of material they give you that buttons down once they get older, so it doesn't need to support the neck in the same way, but can be tightened and cinched in with these little straps. Forgive us, we've used an extra wrap to wrap them up. But you can see where this pulls in and tightens as baby needs to move his head more and more. And as you can hear, he's really quite enjoying life right now. It's a really lovely harness. You can see there's just this nice fit, but as baby starts to stir here, you can see that there's just a little rub point here that's close to baby's face, which is a little uncomfortable and I think could do with a little bit of padding just to help out. But other than that, that's kind of the only thing about this harness that I find a little bit hard to use. I suppose the challenge with any baby carrier is to make something that's supportive, that'll work with any age of child throughout, because you want usability. You want something that's going to be useful as they are young and newborn, but also useful as they get older. And of course, this carrier tends to do most of that. Certainly with our newborn, it feels as if it's very supportive. I especially love the adjustments with this, the fact that it can be adapted for that older child, that older toddler as they get there, as they need carried, and can be slung on the back. It's got lots of support and ability. It feels a bit like a rucksack. The only thing that lets it down in that department as a rucksack would be the fact that it has no extra storage space and no ability to clip it on to any other accessories like a bum bag for extra bits and bobs. For instance, if you were out on your own and you wanted to take a changing kit for the baby, you'd have to wear it as a backpack or carry it as another side. Whereas if there was a little attachment perhaps that went on the bottom, a little bum bag almost, that could be attached with nappies and changing bits and pieces, that would be really, really helpful. But maybe that's just asking too much of a very simple product. That could well be the case. Another downside to this baby carrier is the fact that it's a two-person job to put it on easily. There are ways of doing it by yourself, but it's not as easy as it should be. Clipping these on while supporting baby can be a bit of a hassle. You can rest baby on a shelf and allow you to do that, but it is a little trickier than maybe you'd want it to be. Having another person to hold the baby on or maybe put those clips on makes it a lot easier in the short term. but as a long-term solution, it needs a little bit of thinking. My 3 big suggestions for improvement of this very small product would be, number 1, having some lashing loops to put like water bottles or bottles on there, having an extra lashing loop perhaps on the very back of the bum where the baby actually sits, to attach like a bum bag, having that extra product available to be able to carry baby changing gear. That would be a really helpful addition to this wonderful carrier. And a 3rd and final improvement, having some sort of liner that you can put inside, so that if baby was to vomit, you could take it out and wash it, because washing this whole thing is not easy and not straightforward, and it gets smelly pretty quickly. So having a liner to put on the inside that can easily be taken off, detached and washed would be an absolutely brilliant improvement. But other than that, it's an ace product at a really good price. It does exactly what it says it needs to do. I think everyone that has a baby should have one. So if you're looking for a value baby carrier for the likes of an infant, to suffice them all the way through till they're toddlerable and walking around on mountains on their own, especially if you're sort of outdoorsy kind of family, you want to be walking around quite a lot and experiencing the outdoors even with a newborn, then this is the harness for you. If you want to find out more about the product, click the link below, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe.